Hey all, Kurt Sasso here from TGT at C2E2 2011. We're here with Stoffie of Carp Rod. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Kurt?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for asking. You know, I saw you online. I saw you were coming to this convention, and I looked at your work, and I love it. I have to admit. I love the black and white style you got going. You got clean art lines, and you got a funny bit of writing in there as well. Talk about Carp Rod for those that have never read it.
Well, me, myself, it's K Art Productions. Carp Rod is kind of like a short hyphenated version, so it's easy to remember the website and be able to get to everything. But Carp Rod itself is, I guess I just call it my own personal art house media studio type thing. I do a lot of diverse things. I'm a longtime lover of comic books. I'll forever consider myself a comic book artist, and I like to be able to take my skills and what I do with comics and branch it out to different aspects and different areas of the art industry. I work very closely with the Warhol Museum, the Andy Warhol Museum. I worked there for years. I used to volunteer when I was in college, and went on to work with their youth programs and a lot of different events they do. And just recently, actually here at C2E2, I'm actually displaying one of the Andy Warhol coloring book, A Guide to the Museum for Kids, and this is one of my recent accomplishments that I've been able to complete, and it's all black and white, so it kind of goes with the whole vibe and theme of my website. And what it is, it's just kind of like it talks a little bit about some of different Andy's work, and it almost reminds me of like one of those fun pages you said when you were kids, where all the connect the dot programs and stuff, and you know, it explains a lot of his artworks and it makes it a little bit more understanding and a little less intimidating for the kids and younger people who visit the museum. I personally respect Andy Warhol as an artist and look at him kind of as he's totally an icon, idol type artist for me. And you know, as well as many comic book artists are. I have a lot of other stuff here today at C2E2 that I'm showing. I have my C2E2 sketchbook with some great pinup art stuff in it, and that's awesome. Some Suicide Girls I drew, and nice little Betty Boop, Betty Page, some actually a page from the K Art Prod webcomic series that the webcomic series just went live about a day before C2E2 started. I uploaded the first panel. The whole webcomic is done in Flash, CS5, and you know, for the most part it's standard webcomic, but it's all done in Flash, so it has a slight animation vibe to it, and I'm actually looking to make the comic book a progressive comic book. So each week as I update the book and update new pages, I kind of add technology to it, new things. New thing in terms of animation, the way the comic is read. You know, I want the comic itself to grow and evolve, you know, throughout time. So it's still fairly new, and it's something that'll be a regular rotating thing, and definitely worth checking out. You know, I'm having a lot of fun getting it together, and I think the readers and the viewers will be able to read it and appreciate it too, and have a lot of fun, man. And ultimately, that's all I want to do. I want to be able to have fun, and ultimately let other people have fun with what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here. C2E2, I think this might be one of the biggest shows I've done so far. I mean, this year has been my debut for getting into the comics industry, and you know, just a little bit on my background as an artist. You know, I went to school for animation and graphic design. I worked in the graphic design field for a year or two. You know, I've done murals for the past 3 or 4 years in the city of Pittsburgh. I painted, you know, large 20, 30-foot murals all over the city. I work with kids a lot, helping out with the murals and doing a lot of different things, workshops, teaching kids storyboarding, giving them different ideas, ways to get their ideas out there and expressed. And I think it's really, really important to give younger people the opportunity to be creative, to daydream, and to turn their dreams and ideas into reality. You know, to give them strength and self-esteem, and just be on the take on the world. Because regardless of what I feel like, dealing with kids, regardless of what they choose to do in life, it's always great to be creative and have your creativity as a tool, regardless of what you choose to do in life and take on. So it's a little bit of my I don't know, you know, a little positive talk there. But yeah, as far as the comics go, man, I love it. I hope I can be here forever, you know, doing this. And I don't think what else I got this year. You know, I do the celebrity books as well. I was an artist on the issue 1 of Lady Gaga, and actually coming out pretty soon is the Black Eyed Peas the Fame Black Eyed Peas series. It was in Diamond last month, and it should be hitting comic book stands any week now. it'll be out pretty soon. I have some of the pinup art here to share that I did. This is one of the promotional posters I did for the book, the Black Eyed Peas, and I'm really proud of it. Very honored to be able to have worked on it, and it's actually the first book that I had the honor of doing the cover for. So I'm really excited about that. You guys. Same Black Eyed Peas cover. The book is published by Blue Water Comics, and I was really honored to be able to do the cover for this book. I love the Black Eyed Peas. I've loved them since I was in high school when they were first starting out. I think the first time I ever saw them, they opened up for a Roots concert, and I was just thrilled to be able to experience that. So yeah, anything else you want to know?
Oh,
Want to know about Carp Rod?
Well, let's do this question. You know, it's Kids Day today. Obviously, you're very kid friendly in the sense of you love the youth community. You have a great work ethic as well here in a variety of different styles. But you know, we got the younger generation coming in here. What advice do you have for them?
Stay motivated. Ask lots of questions, and always give 100%. I think that's the best advice I can do. You know, being enthused and being responsible and just staying motivated really is what helps you get through things. I mean, it's not always, especially being an artist, isn't always the easiest career. You know, it's totally different from being a nurse or a secretary or a lawyer, where you go to school and you get the job and you go out there and you do it. You know, you got to be self-motivated. I mean, anything you do in life, I guess you got to be self-motivated, but especially with being an artist. So, you know, any young person coming up, you know, in this new day and age, you know, I would just encourage them. The important part is to stay focused, stay motivated, and practice is so important.
One final question here, because I know we got a big crowd that's going to be flowing through. What personal experiences are you going to take away from C2E2?
C2, the most personal experiences. Definitely this interview has been awesome. I think the most awesomest thing I had was the other day a kid asked me to draw him Superman, and the kid was just so excited to get the picture. And you know, the whole time I'm drawing, he was just like, oh wow, and it totally, you know, took me back to when I was younger. You know, the first show I ever went to, I was 13, I think, the first time I ever went to a Comic-Con, and I was just so blown away by all the artists and watching them draw and do everything. So being able to watch that kid, you know, watch me draw Superman for him like that and just be blown away was a really impactful thing for me. It meant so much. So I think that's what's going to stick in my memory the most.
Well, and that's a great experience to leave off on. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your convention.
Appreciate it. Thank you.